The perception of the inner void that people attempt to fill with outside things is intensified by the identification with thought and form. The cultivation of attachments creates the inner handles of identity that can be threatened to motivate action. But beyond that, the opportunity cost of giving attention to the idol of self motivates an outward seeking. An inner hunger that's of unknown origin. The seeker gives their attention to ideas that support and defend the physical and conceptual selves, and in so doing are cut off from the truth of this moment. That sense of inner lacking can be satiated when attention can be drawn into the moment by novel objects and experiences. But that's only temporary. The relief is attributed to the object of desire, but it's actually attention's alignment with the present that brings it. That's why there's no learning from indulgence, because the joy is attributed to the object. The object doesn't have to change for its novelty to dissipate and thus end the enjoyment of it. When identification with the construct is broken, for example, through spiritual practice, it can be seen how institutions seek to build this conceptual self and present it with the world of opposition to manipulate the subject into specific behaviors, such as entering into conflict or seeking relief in consumerism. This is how energy is transmuted from love and harvested for consumption by lower astral beings, and how the fleshly servants of such manipulate behavior to gain materially from it. It is a symbiosis between the subtle and gross purveyors of idolatry. The gross organic servants feed their subtle inorganic masters. The spiritual inheritance of love in the subject is given to consumption in exchange for the temporary goods of the world. The subject of conditioning consents to it by the giving of attention and thus loses connection to the wellspring of energy that at the headwaters of attention is love. But then in passing through the lens of conditioning, it is transmuted to lower levels, which motivates pathological behavior in the quest to seek relief in temporary things. This reality can be conceptually understood but experientially unknown. When the knowledge of it is only conceptual, there's still bondage. The conditioning put forth by the institutions is a spiritual inversion. The masculine and feminine are inverted relative to their forms. Good is evil and evil is good. Lies are the truth and the truth is a lie. The farther from the truth the experience, the deeper the bondage. The escape is in dying before you die, versus dealing with every possible vice. It's for the I thought to return to its source in the spiritual heart, leaving no sense of being a subject, to facilitate relational thinking to all of those things. And in that is a stillness that allows for the perception of the truth of this moment.